Welcome back to the Electrician's Tool channel. Let's explore the AEMC 5217 True RMS Multimeter. I don't know what year this meter was released to the market, but I do know that this meter, this 5217, replaced the AEMC model 5215 model, and this is the replacement. I was asked by one of my subscribers. They asked me, "What's so good about this meter?" Well, in the past, I've experienced AEMC products before, and I had a bad experience, but which was I would say it's my fault. I misjudged them, and I eat my words back from there. But AEMC is a pretty decent brand, I should say. They make some pretty good devices, test devices. In all my years as an electrician, I started out as an industrial electrician. I've used some of their products before, and I was very much pleased with them. And since then, I haven't, besides the time when I misjudged one of their products, other than that, I haven't had any issues with them. And anyway, this meter here is a fairly decent meter. It's a 6,000 count multimeter. It's packed with a lot of features. We're going to go through some of those features today. I hope you guys are entertained. And just for the people who just subscribed to my channel, I do not claim to be nothing more than an electrician who's been around the field for a long time. I've had experience with test instruments before throughout my career. I don't claim to be right all the time. I do make mistakes. I may forget to talk about a certain thing or what have you. I'm open for a discussion. Okay? But anyway, what we're going to do today, we're going to just check out all the features that has to do with this meter. We're going to look at all the features around the dial, and we're going to send them through some tests and just see how well this meter do. Okay, so I'm going to zoom in just a little bit closer, and as I speak to each one, I'm sure you can see what's on the dial now, but I'm going to go a little bit closer so we can see what's on the dial. So let's start here. Off button, as you see. There's also a non-contact voltage detection here on this meter. Volts AC, and you also have a low Z. I don't know if you can see that, but that is. Let me bring it a little bit closer. I'm trying to get a good view, but that says low Z, also right here, and you got volts DC, and you have temperature here, Celsius and Fahrenheit. You have ohms, resistance reading, continuity, diode test, and capacitance test right here, and AC, amps, milliamps, and you have microamps. This meter automatically defaults back to the DC mode. So I guess that's telling you, if some of you guys want to know that, it's telling you that it could be used as an electronic bench multimeter. Up here, the soft keys, you see the hold button. This hold button also acts as the backlight. Got to hold it and press for about a second, or maybe two. Hold on, got it in the wrong one. Put it on volts, and there you go. It's on. And at the top, you can see the hold button. Let me get out of hold button if you don't want that. Pretty decent size digits here, numeric font. I can read it very clearly. I'm not a real big fan of the blue, but in this case, it do look pretty clear, evenly lit. Have no problem with that at all. And as I said before, the numeric font is pretty nice and big for this size screen. The lettering here is also nice and big. But you have the soft keys are really nice and not real tiny like you see on some of the meters. It has a hold, min, max, and this is a selection button right here that when you want to get to some of these selections right here that's in the yellow, you'll use that button right here to get to those selections or functions. range, and a rail button to zero it out. On the back, or the top, they do have a little flashlight up here. Me and myself, I don't, it's a good feature to have, but if it didn't have it, I wouldn't worry about it. This light at the top, I wouldn't worry about it. But sometime when I'm using a meter that has one, I forget that they have it. And but if you ever caught without a flashlight, you need one. This may not shine the brightest. I don't know. I'm not in the dark, but it is it's LED, and it does seem kind of bright, even though I have the light on in this room. So it will come in handy. They also have to mention they have a non-contact voltage detection. You see it up here at the top. Let you know if there's electricity around or in that circuit that you're testing, that wire. That's a good feature. Now, as far as the back right here, they do have, it takes 2 AAA batteries to run this. Let me get out of here. 2 AAA batteries to run this device, and you can mount this by either with like a nail on the wall or what have you, and come almost like a picture frame where you would just hang it up in there. On the back here, they also have a magnet, as you see, where it's going to slide off, but that's a magnet. That's a magnet. It's rolling off, but that's a magnet in there, and also the stand. So you can stand, you can hang it 2 ways with this mounting little insert right here, and the magnet that's already integrated into underneath the plastic. They also have a place for the test leads, which I think is nice. There we go. So if you're testing anything, you can be like this and like this and test, and I think that's that's pretty good too. Now, the meter is, as far as the size, it's not a gigantic meter, and what I mean by gigantic, I wouldn't say as big as like a Fluke 87V. It's not that big as far as height, and but it's I don't have my. Let me see. Let me show you something. I have another meter that's close around that I can show you just the size of it as far as the height. I'm gonna use my this is my UEI. This is a fairly standard size meter. Put it next to it so you can see the height of it. Okay, so you can see the height of it. And if I were to put this behind here, I'm trying to see if you can see it, if it sticks out. No, it hides it pretty well because this is much wider at the top. But let me put it back here and see if it will hide the bottom of that. So you see what I'm saying? It's not really small. Pretty decent sized meter. Give or take, but the size of a Bryman. Those of you who are familiar with a Bryman. But it's a fairly decent meter. Don't have any complaints about it at all. So let me just read some of the features on it. And like I said, it has a non-contact voltage detection. It has a flashlight. It also have a sleep mode, and that's just to extend the battery life. We spoke about the mounting. You can stand it up, mount it 2 ways, the magnet or the hanger. You have a manual and auto range. You have a display hold. You're going to have the hold button we spoke about. And you have AC, DC measurements, and you have by default that it also returns back to DC measurements. So those of you who are really concerned about that, it does have that feature. So let me look at some of the specs for you guys. That's also with the display. It's a 6,000 count, and it updates 3 times per second. That's good. Temperature. Operating temperature is 4 degrees Fahrenheit to 100 degrees Fahrenheit. Storage is minus 22 to 130 degrees Fahrenheit. I mean, that's where you can store it. Let me see what else. Battery type, we spoke of that already. It's 2 AAA batteries. The weight of this is 11.2 ounces, approximately 320 grams. And the test probes are AEMC 61010-031, and IP rating is IP54. Now, as far as the measurements and the volts AC for this model is the accuracy is 0.5% plus 4 counts. That's AC. DC is 0.2% plus 2 counts. All right, and AC amperage is AC is let me see, is 1% 0.5 counts, and at 10 amps, it'll be 0.5% plus 5 counts. DC, the same thing, basically 1% 0.5 5 count plus 5 counts, 0.5% plus 5 counts. That's for 10 amps. That's DC. Milliamps at 60 milliamps, you will get a 0.5 plus 5 counts. That's AC. Milliamps DC, you will get 0.5% plus 3 counts. Microamps AC, 1% 0.5 count plus 5 counts. Microamps DC, 0.5% plus 5 counts. Resistance is 0.5% at 5. Resistance is 0.5% plus 5 counts, and that'll be from 400 kilo ohms, 600 kilo ohms, and you'll get 0.5% plus 5 counts. Diode test, 10% plus 10 counts. Capacitance, 2% plus 5 counts. And let me see. And the temperature, let me see. The temperature, I don't think I mentioned that already, but 2% plus 1.8%, 2% plus 1.8 degrees Fahrenheit. Frequency, 1% plus 3 counts. And duty cycle, 1%. So, the meter is, I think you could do a lot with this meter. I really do think so. So let's just get into some testing of this meter. As always, I have a few little things here that I want to use to test with. Right now I do, even though I know this capacitor may be out of its range, but sometimes we do get lucky, and these meters are designed to read them still. So, or give us some sort of reading. So I have a capacitor here that's rated for 560 microfarad. I have one rated here for 6,800 microfarad, and I have one rated here for 1,500 microfarad. So I have a few other little components here, and we just going to use those and just put it through a few tests, and we'll see just how well this meter does. So let me untangle this, and we'll see just how well it does. All right, I've shorted all the capacitors out. Let's go with the 500, and because we know if you can't read that, we know it won't read the rest. So, okay, nanofarads. You guys can see that. This is the one for 500 microfarad. We'll try it out and see what happens here. Okay, this is a 560 microfarad. It's giving us 511. It was fairly quick. I thought it was going to be slow, but it's pretty decent. Okay, now this one is for 1,500. Let's try this one out, and okay, it's charging it up. So 1433. Okay, it did that one. Now this is the real test for 6,800. And let's see what it does. Just trying. Here we go. 6,800. All right, did it. And plus it went over. So, okay. It did it. So now let's do I have here, I should have it here. I have a one, this is a 200, well, let's start from the, this resistor here is for 40,000 ohms. Okay, I don't know if you can see that, but you do remember this resistor from other videos that I had. We're gonna do this one and we'll see. It's 40,000 ohms. Okay, so here we go. Let's all right. It's not doing anything. Do I have it on? Yep, I have it on ohms. I had it on continuity. That's right. I want it on resistance. Kilo ohms. There we go. Operator's mistake. 40. I think that's it. Spot on. Now, this one here is for, I think it's for 70,000, and this is 70,000 right here. So let's see how well it does with a 70,000 ohm resistor. Okay. I don't have my this meter don't come with 70,000, giving us 80, 83. Okay, so it's going over, way over. Anyway, I'm trying to hold it decent, but oh no, there we are. I'm holding it steady now. 66. I believe it'll reach it showed that it would reach higher than that. So I also have 100,000 ohm resistor. Let me get that right quick. And now I don't know if it'll read this one. I was testing this the other day, and it did not work. So I don't know if this resistor is damaged or not. As you see, this says 100,000 ohm resistor, and we'll see if this will pick it up or not. Okay, let me turn it over, and we'll see if it picks it up or not. No, this resistor is damaged. So let me just and I bought that off of eBay too. Watch when you buy stuff off eBay, guys. Okay, but this is 250. Let me fix it so I can kind of. Okay. Let me turn the light back on because it's reading it though, but. Okay. Saying 209, 11. You may get up to it, but it's moving slowly. But it did reach over 200,000, so that's still good. So now here I also have a capacitor for 32,000 microfarads. Don't know if we're going to read it or not, but let me just shorten this out and we'll see. All right, so let me get in capacitor mode. All right, let's just see what we'll do with this one is we'll just see if this one's going to work out well. This is 32,000. It's doing something. We'll see if it's going to charge it up or not. It's a hell of a lot to be asking this meter to do, but we'll see. I think it's, even if it don't do it, I'm thinking it should say something or do something. All right. Try it. All right. I was looking for it to say OL. But it tried with some kind of digits earlier. All right. 7. I don't think it's going to do it. When OL the first time and then it did that, I don't think it's going to do it. But still, I think it's a pretty decent meter. And I want to say this to one of my viewers who asked me the question. I put out a short to this video, and he said that he asked me the question about this meter. What's so good about it? And I didn't respond, but I should have said what's bad about it. I don't know. I don't have anything bad to say about this meter. That goes with saying that I'm not being endorsed by these people, by AEMC, anyway, and I'm not endorsing them. Like infomercial. We just talking. My videos are purely for entertainment, or for tool lovers, and if you guys, may see something, I try to put the best tools out and make my videos as interesting as possible. But this is a pretty decent meter, if I must say myself. It's better than some of the ones that are here that I've used here in the United States, that's made here in the U.S. And that's very few, because there aren't many that's still being made here in the U.S. But AEMC, pretty decent. I don't have anything bad to say about AEMC. So, this is one I recommend. This is one I recommend. And if you guys have anything, questions at all about it, hit me up. Don't forget to share the videos, guys. If you, if you like the video, share the video. Leave a comment if you choose to. All of that help to support the channel. Hit that like button. And all of that is for free. That's all I'm asking you, help support the channel. With that being said, you guys stay safe. I hope you're having a great day. And peace out.